Before you begin, be sure you switch the power off at the service panel and lock or mark the disconnect with a warning tag. Begin by removing your EasyFit fan from the packaging and punch out the installation template. Prepare the housing by loosening the two blower screws. Unplug the blower and remove it from the housing before you remove the wiring cover inside the housing. Be sure that the metal housing of the fan you are replacing is no larger than 8 inches by 8 1/4 inches. With the old grill removed, you should be able to see on which side the housing is attached to a joist. Find and mark the center point of the old fan along that side. Position the template so its arrow aligns with the center mark you just made. Now trace around the template with a pencil. Use a drywall saw to cut out the ceiling along the lines you just marked, making sure not to cut existing ducting or wiring. With the power turned off, remove the old fan before you disconnect the wiring and the ductwork. Next, you'll lift the new fan housing into the opening. The large rectangular opening inside the housing should face the existing duct. Tighten the 4 EasyLock tabs with a Phillips screwdriver. The sealing material must be a minimum of 1/2 inch thick in order for the clamps to tighten securely. If you use a drill driver, do not over-tighten the clamps. You could damage the sealing and prevent proper installation. If the existing ductwork is 4-inch material, pull it into the housing and connect it to the 4-inch duct connector with duct tape. Rigid duct may need to be cut to fit before the housing goes in. For 3-inch ductwork, use the 4-inch to 3-inch reducer that's provided. Next, move the 4-inch duct connector into the opening and fasten it to the housing with the tab and screw that's provided. Attach a UL-approved connector to the wiring plate and thread the house wiring through it. Tighten the connector. Now you can connect the wires inside the wiring cover to the house wires with EasyConnect wire connectors according to the wiring diagram in your instructions. Essentially, you want black to black, white to white, and ground to ground. The ground wires may be either bare or green. When these connections are secure, connect the wiring cover with the screws that held it before. Now you can plug in the blower and reinstall it. Tighten the 2 screws that secure it in place. To install the grill, squeeze the 2 springs and insert them into the slots in the blower. Then press the grill up tight against the ceiling. Your EasyFit fan installation is complete.